One question.
Welcome to Workout Crime. Sorry, I'm just eating grapes and watching memes. I forget to actually work out. Today is supposedly arms day, but I kind of want to do. I mean, chest day, but I kind of want to do like arms because I didn't work out yesterday. Yesterday I was too like sleepy, so I didn't get a chance to like actually work out. I had to rest. Even now, I feel like I'm super sick. I feel very my body's very heavy and my nose is congested and stuff. But I have to do it, you know. Look at my voice. Listen to it. It's super deep. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep going. I hope I can do this really quick because I'm gonna go somewhere with my sister. And like, yeah.
The reason why solo ranking is a crime. In MLBB, solo rank is like being in jail. Why? Let me explain. The struggle for solo players begins in the picking phase. Moonton's matchmaking places 2 to 3 players of the same role on one team. Those who don't adjust pick that role anyway, or troll and cause the team to lose. Most of the time, the opponents show up like pro players on steroids, while the teammates play like undercover agents to help the enemy. No matter how hard you try, the feeders will never let you win, and that's the cruelest part. Knowing your best will never be enough for them. Reaching immortal rank is a distant dream for them, one they chase with silent hope. The word win streak doesn't even exist in their world. And unlike the rest, they have no glorious win rate to show off. They go to sleep with the haunting weight of countless lost matches, each one a scar on their soul. Everyone keeps suggesting heroes to carry in solo rank, but no one talks about the real struggles that solo players silently go through. They are imprisoned in jail, waiting for justice. The reason why solo ranking is a crime. In MLBB,
Things that make no sense in Stardew Valley. Something I have never understood about the game are these two buffoons. If you don't already know, you can find Marnie and Mayor Lewis fooling around. The first being once you reach 6 hearts with both of them. If you enter the town at night, they'll be discussing their secret relationship. And you can literally find them in this bush at exactly 12:40 a.m. if you fast forward 21. Oh, and of course Lewis's bunnies are in Marnie's room. So why do they need to keep their relationship secret? It makes no sense. I've never understood why they have to sneak around. Lewis is the damn mayor of Pelican Town, not the Pope. Another thing that doesn't make sense involves town sweetheart Pam. Now we all know what type of person Pam is. You can most of the time find her slinging back cold ones at the saloon, which is why it comes as a surprise to us all that once the farmer repairs the desert bus, Pam becomes the bus driver. Who let her do this? The town driving us back and forth from the valley to the desert. Do we really see no problems with that? And of course, there's all the supernatural occurrences in Stardew Valley, like the wizard exists in Soda Strange Castle. But there is one instance that takes the cake of confusion for me. At the start of year 3, the ghost of your late grandpa floats on the screen to literally break your heart. Grandpa comes back to a tier list. Things that make no sense in Stardew Valley. Something I've never understood about the game are these two buffoons. If you don't already know, you can find Marnie and Mayor Lewis fooling around in 2 instances. The first being once you reach 6 hearts with both of them. If you enter the town at night.
Whoa!
This country history is wild. Here are 5 things I learned about Montenegro, from least to most surprising. Montenegro is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have a McDonald's. In fact, McDonald's had a location here in 2003 but had to close it in a few years. The reason is simple. Montenegro is a really small country of just 600,000, and Crnogorci prefer traditional food. I mean, it's a million times better than McDonald's. Fast food is popular with the tourists, but it's very seasonal, so it doesn't... And
Bro, are you kidding me?
and in the summer.
You have a Burger King now?
Montenegro just became the tallest nation in the world, overtaking the Dutch by half a centimeter.
Unfortunately.
Latest studies show that an average 18-year-old in Montenegro is 182.9 centimeters tall. This is a combination of Dinaric Alps genetics and a traditional diet high in meat, dairy, and vegetables. Would you
Oh my god. Is Black Lorded.
guys eat?
One lamp per day.
Lamp.
One lamp per day.
One lamp. That's why. Okay, case closed. Montenegro is the only country in Europe where tourism is more than a third.
This is the Sonic Fin football that's endorsed by Russell Wilson. It's around $10, and this company claims you can throw this ball up to 100 yards. The problem is, I've never seen anyone actually throw this football close to 100 yards. To give you an idea, for a regular football, the longest air yard pass in NFL history is a throw by Aaron Rodgers that looks like it went 73 or 74 yards against the Lions in 2016. It was an incomplete pass, but this is an unofficial record. For this ball, it's Russell Wilson's brand. I was wondering if you could throw 100 yards. At the 2024 NFL Combine, Joe Milton threw the fastest throw ever at 62 miles per hour. He is tied with Josh Allen and DTR for the combine record. Also, in 2017, Patrick Mahomes on the NFL Network show threw a football that clocked in at 62 miles per hour. It's like a Vortex football. I calculated the distance and it traveled 88 yards, but we need to subtract 3 yards since the ball bounced. So it was actually an 85-yard throw, and it was his only attempt. I think he could reach 100 yards with a few more attempts. What I've learned after the fact about this ball is that it travels farther when thrown straight and at a flatter angle, so throwing it at a higher angle doesn't seem to work as well. This is the Sonic Fin football that's endorsed by Russell Wilson. It's around $10, and this company claims you can throw this ball up to 100 yards. The problem is, I've never seen anyone actually throw this football close to 100 yards. To give you an idea, for a regular foot
What's your I didn't start it, but I definitely finished it moment? My coworker Sarah kept taking credit for my ideas during team meetings. At first, I thought it was coincidence. We worked on similar projects, so overlap happened. But the pattern became obvious. I spent weeks developing a customer retention strategy. The morning of my presentation, Sarah somehow managed to present the same idea 5 minutes before my scheduled slot. Our manager praised her innovative thinking, while I sat there stunned. 2 weeks later, my analysis of our competitor's strategy appeared in Sarah's quarterly report, word for word. My team members noticed and shot me sympathetic glances, but nobody spoke up. The final straw came when I caught her going through my desk during lunch. I stepped back to grab my phone and spotted her taking photos of my handwritten notes. Looking for something? I asked from the doorway. She jumped. Oh, I was just looking for a stapler. My stapler was sitting in plain view on my desk. We both knew she was lying, but she just smiled and walked away as if nothing happened. Instead of confronting her directly, I decided to play the long game. Our annual product development meeting was coming up, with executives flying in from headquarters. Sarah had been feigning for a promotion for months. I created a fake product proposal that looked brilliant on the surface, but I planted a fatal flaw, a calculation error in the financial projections that would make the entire business model collapse. It wasn't obvious enough to catch in a quick review, but anyone who understood the numbers would spot it. I accidentally left the proposal open on my computer before stepping out for lunch. I even added a sticky note that said confidential annual meeting prep to make it more enticing. Then I installed a small webcam disguised as a USB charger on my desk. When I reviewed the footage that evening, there she was, taking photos of every page. She even emailed the photos to herself from my computer. For the next week, I pretended to work on something else. Sarah came in early and stayed late, presumably adapting my proposal. She avoided eye contact with me and seemed unusually confident. The day of the annual meeting arrived. Our department head, 3 executives from corporate, and our entire team gathered in the conference room. Sarah had somehow managed to be scheduled first. As she distributed copies of her proposal, I noticed she'd changed the font and reorganized some sections, but it was unmistakably my work. I've been working on this concept for months, she announced proudly. For 45 minutes, I sat quietly as she presented my proposal slide by slide. The executives seemed impressed, nodding along as she outlined the potential revenue increases. When she finally finished, there was enthusiastic applause. One executive even commented that this was exactly the kind of innovative thinking we need. I raised my hand calmly. Yes, Alex, our department head acknowledged me. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I said, but there's a significant calculation error on page 27 that makes the entire project unfeasible. Everyone flipped to that page. I continued. If you look at the projected expenses versus revenue, the model actually loses money after the second quarter. Sarah, you didn't catch this? Our department head asked, clearly disappointed. I'm not sure how that happened, she stammered, her face flushing. That's when I pulled out my folder and distributed copies of my original draft, dated 3 weeks earlier, complete with the same error. That's because it's not her proposal, it's mine. She's been stealing my work for months. I played the video from my hidden camera showing her photographing my computer screen. Sarah's face drained of color as she gathered her papers with shaking hands. The next morning, Sarah's desk was empty. She was transferred to our satellite office in a different state. What's your I didn't start it, but I definitely
I just checked your search history.
Dad, please tell me you're joking.
You wish. When I pressed P.
Then versus now. Kevin McAllister's Home Alone shopping list. Kevin's solo trip to the grocery store in the 1990 classic costume.
What's your they didn't realize I could understand their language story? I was adopted from Korea at age 3, but my white American parents made sure I kept learning Korean. Growing up in Texas, no one.
No.
What's your
No.
Ele fez de novo! Mais uma vez!
Okay, you better go first. Oh, hell yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Patapim, il mio cappello è pieno di slim. Patapim, 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 patapim.
For the normal human beings of this world. Because when you put yourself in the sewer like I was in, and please, if someone saved me, come out and announce it to the world. There's no one. There's no one. So when you know that, and then I'm sitting at a table with all these smart people who are telling me what to do and shit and guiding me through my life now, when I'm 40 fucking years old, you know, 2000, I don't know, 40 something years old, now I'm 49. And I'm looking at them all, and they're now trying to guide me on what's right, on this poison. And so, yeah, what you say is right, but for me, it was more of, I know now. I don't need you to guide my future. I know what's good for me and what's bad for me. And for me, it took every bit of focus I could. And I know social media, that's why people love to go on there. Because they want to show you the good side of life. I'm not teaching good side of life. So I had to figure out a way when I came on in 2016 of teaching you what life really is for the majority of us is hell. And so while people love to show you the cars and the house and the vacations and shit, all that's good. All that's happy. I'm going to show you the side that I know most of you are going through. And people hide very well. I don't want to hide anymore. I hid for 24 fucking years. So that's why now I told you, we can talk about whatever you want. Because as human beings, the first thing we have to learn, I also stuttered real bad growing up. So if you hear me stutter every now and then, it's because that was part of my life also. So it's funny, human beings want to show you the best side and they want to hide the worst side. For me, I'm going to teach you how to be vulnerable because that's the only way you fix yourself. You don't fix yourself by coming out here and me selling you some fucking books. That's why I don't have them. I forgot them. I'm glad people got something from the book. I want you to learn that the only way you grow is how to look at yourself and say, okay, like I did. Table longer than this. What the fuck I have to do to get somewhere? There was nothing good on there. Nothing. Yeah, I love playing basketball. I left that out. That's something I love to do. I don't care about that. That didn't make the fucking list. Because the list that I had to live by was the very list that was to get me at this table with you. To talk to you, to the normal human beings which I once was, about how you can get somewhere and how it looks. It looks very ugly. There's no fucking passion. There's no fucking motivation. There's no, oh my God, man, no. It's every day of your life just doing. No passion, no discipline, no motivation. Yeah, all these words, I hate that so many people fucking use these words now because it's watered. It's someone sitting in a room by themselves and they figure themselves out and say, God, this is gonna fucking suck. Where's passion when you're 300 pounds? Where's the motivation when you can't read and write? Where is it? So how did this happen? I just fucking did. I just did. I said, maybe at the end of this journey, there'll be something there for me. If not, I can read. If not, I'm 185 fucking pounds. There's no magic potion. There's no, oh, let me wake up and look at some shit. No. All those words are overused. They're bullshit. It's all bullshit. Just do. You're living. How do you want to live? How do you want to die? How do you want to fucking be remembered? That's it. That's it. Period.
As many of you know, I've been taking AG1 daily since 2012, so I'm delighted that they're sponsoring the podcast. AG1 is a vitamin mineral probiotic drink that's designed to meet all. What would it be? Plus a year's supply of vitamin.
It's all stick. Seems like a huge part of your process, maybe the entire process, is it's all stick, no carrot. You know, you talk about the carrot, the positive thing, and then there's the stick, the thing you're trying to avoid.
Yep.
I feel like it's the way it's landing for me is it's all stick and gas pedal.
That's it.
There's no carrot. You're not imagining, oh, when I'm a paramedic, when the book is published. And obviously you set those goals and you make those targets.
Yep.
But it's all stick.
All stick.
No carrot.
Think about that. I'm waking up right now studying like I have a test tomorrow. I already passed the fucking test. Think about that. Every day of my life. That's what I must do just to retain what I learned. 4 hours plus a day, I go through and do that. There's no stick, or there's only a stick. There's never been a carrot. Which is why when I speak to people, I have to figure out a way to resonate with them. Because all I want to say to them is, let me teach you the real life, how it really is. The reason why you're a loser, and the reason why you're not fucking making it, and the reason why you're trying to go to all these, I go to all these fucking conventions, speak all the fucking time. I look in the fucking audience and these people sign up fucking every year to go to a convention, thinking they're gonna learn something fucking different. No, you're lazy. You know exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. It sucks to wake up every morning of your life and say, God, man, I'm not smart. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta study the same shit that I got one of the highest scores in the nation on, and do it again, do it again, do it again. It's not just there. It's not just there permanently for me. So yeah, it's all stick. It's all stick. The only carrot you have is like, maybe, because whenever I take these tests that are real hard, in the back of my brain, it's like, good chance you're not gonna make it, Goggins. This ain't you, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this. This ain't you. The real you, bro. Study all you want to, but the second that fucking computer comes on with 150 questions, this ain't you, man. And somehow, comes back, I passed. Passed again. Passed again. But that real me back here every fucking time is saying, that ain't you, bro. That ain't you. And I have to outwork that voice. When I'm taking that test and I get to a question, I don't fucking know the answer. I'm like, fuck, man. And then say, I told you, man, that ain't you. You're 300 pounds, man. You sit at home, you figure out how to do your hair. That's what you do. How to come to school with the reverse baldness when you're 16. That's you. So there is no get out of jail free card. This is why I say stay hard. Because when you weren't given the gifts, the only thing you can do in life is stay hard. And I know people cannot stand me. They can't stand this talk. This is all you can do. There's no magic pill or a magic potion. All you can do is outwork the man that God created or woman in you. And what that looks like is unfun. That's why I said do not do a documentary on me. Because people will not see the truth. They will see what they want to see. Is I don't want to live like that. Good. Good. And you will live exactly the way you live now, questioning who you are, wondering what is possible, wondering what you are capable of doing. That's how that looks. Or you can be me, which, am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. Because all I really cared about was when I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16 or when I was 300 pounds. It wasn't like, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking to look at myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You a bad boy. Because that shit sucks. I have about a couple minutes of that when I got the carrot. The second I lay down and go to bed, the carrot's gone because I'm waking up all through the night to check the work I did that day. Did I get this drug right? Did I get this right? Did I get that right? What did I do? Oh my God, fuck. I'm ready to lose it.
I tried Jordan Peterson's daily routine for a week. While controversial at times, Jordan Peterson is a prolific author, podcaster, and professor. And he's helped millions of people take responsibility of their lives, clean their rooms, and find meaning in this crazy world. He's someone I really look up to, and I wanted to see what I could learn from his daily routine. So I scoured the internet to find out what it actually was, and then challenged myself to follow it for an entire week to see how it would change my life. But I won't just be doing his daily routine because I want to add more. So each day I'll have an extra challenge based on things that Jordan is well known for talking about and recommending. Often that'll be accompanied by clips of him explaining. Each one of these is meant to improve your life in some tangible way. At the end, I'll score myself on how well I did on the daily routine, give myself an overall grade, and teach you guys everything I learned in the process. So, grab some popcorn, sit back, and come with me on my journey to understand the secrets of Jordan Peterson's success. Jordan wakes up between 6 and 8 a.m. and suggests getting up at the same time each day can be very helpful, especially if you're prone to anxiety. He eats a big breakfast upon waking, consisting of fats and proteins, no carbs. And although he doesn't say it, I'm assuming somewhere in here he showers and gets dressed and stuff. Right after that, he starts working. JP says he works for about 14 hours a day. This is the part I think will be most difficult by far. I can work long hours, but being the mere mortal that I am, that's like 10 hours a day, not 14. And he doesn't take weekends off, which means in total he's working like 100 hours a week. He plans out his entire day, usually in the morning, and starts working on the biggest priority item first. So this is what my schedule looks like for the day. As you can see, it's almost entirely all work. Should be fun, right? Or my brain is gonna be dead by the end of the day. Today's challenge is, that sounds cool, I should get an intro for that. Anyways, today's challenge is I'll be doing the self-authoring program, which is an exercise that Jordan helped create and highly recommends. The idea behind it is that you journal about yourself in the future, say 3 to 5 years, envision what the ideal scenario would look like. Then you think about how you would get there. Then you do the reverse and write about what would happen if you let yourself fall apart. What would that look like and how would it happen? I can't give away the whole program, but if you want to follow along for yourself, here's Jordan explaining the prompts to respond to.
What would you like from your friends 3 to 5 years down the road? How would you like your career to shape itself? How are you going to take care of your family? And then what about children and a long-term mate, a wife or a husband? What are you going to do with your time outside of work that's useful and engaging and meaningful and productive? How are you going to take care of yourself mentally and physically? And then we ask people to do the contrary, which is, all right, well, consider for a moment the multitude of your faults and the direction those faults could pull you in. And everyone knows that. Everyone has a sense of how they would fall apart in their own particular manner, with their own particular weaknesses. It's 3 to 5 years down the road and you've let that part of your character dominate. What particular corner of hell is it that you're now occupying?
So I just finished this up, and thoughts. I'm continually surprised by how helpful it is to write things down, because I'm someone who likes to think that I can think through everything in my head, and as long as I've got it up there, then I'm doing okay. But when you're forced to articulate something by putting it down on paper, you achieve a level of clarity that you did not have before. That's one thing that I got out of this a lot, is articulating some of the goals and habits and characteristics that I want to develop, or that I think would really suit me well in the future. That was, like, I was able to do that much better because I was writing it down and took the focused time to do it. Peterson says he tends to work in 2 to 3 hour chunks. After one of these chunks, he'll often take a quick break or a short nap. Working in chunks like this is actually a pretty common habit of people. Most recently, I've heard of Stanford professor Andrew Huberman talk a lot about this. Humans tend to go through cycles, whether we notice it or not, that affect our ability to stay focused on a task. After a long enough time, our attention and focus drop dramatically, and this is a great time to take a break. Which brings us to today's challenge, which is clean your room. Peterson is practically famous for saying this, and the reason is because it goes so much further than simply having a clean room. Here's him to explain.
It isn't a room, it's a place of potential. And as soon as you know that, then it's not your... room anymore. And so you want to clean up your room. Well, okay, how do you do that exactly? Well, a room is a place to sleep. And so if you set your room up properly, then you figure out how to sleep and when you should sleep and how you should sleep. And then you figure out when you should wake up. And then you figure out, well, what clothes you should wear, because they have to be arranged properly in your dresser. And then you have to have some place to put your clothes. And if you're going to have some clothes, you have to figure out what you're going to wear those clothes to do, right? And then that means you have to figure out what you're going to do. And then your room has to serve that purpose, because otherwise it isn't set up properly.
And my room is a bit messy right now, as you can see here. So today we are cleaning my room.
And How do you do that? Jesus. Kaniya pa na imuhang alarm. Mata na. Mata na. Baby. Mata na. Kaniya pa na imong alarm. Kaniya pa na imong alarm. Mata na. Oh. Ano nag-alarm ka? Tanaw agad. Ako ya? Yeah. Sure, kuya. No problem. No problem. Lahat na nasab. Ha? Ang ba't niyo mo? Mata na. Okay. Ha? Sorry, sa talab? Maligo pa. Yeah. Sure.
Mama's coming.